Hi, and welcome to English 110 Technical Writing. My name is Rebecca Rivers, and I will be your instructor for this class. Wanted to record a quick welcome video to welcome you to the class and introduce myself and just give you a little preview of what's going to happen. So I mentioned my name is Rebecca Rivers, and I've been teaching English here at COD for about 5 years. My background is actually in business, and I've got a fair amount of experience in technical writing. I was a software trainer for a while, so I've done user manuals and instructions and all that good techie stuff. So we've got a lot to do in a shorter amount of time, so the class does kind of keep going every week. Just to give you a quick overview of how things are structured each week, and then kind of give you an overview of the types of assignments. So first, assignments are typically due on Mondays and Thursdays. This first week is an exception. We start on Tuesday, so there's Tuesday things. There's also a few Sundays where I have things due. Just gotta, sneak them in there. So nothing too crazy, but just I think there's 3. So just take a look for those. Okay, so when you go into Blackboard, you're going to have your syllabus, super important. That's assignment number 1, is to make sure you read through the syllabus, right? Then we've got assignments. That's kind of your main port of entry into our class. So you'll click under assignments, then you'll see a folder for the week. Within the folder, there's Monday and Thursday, and sometimes Sunday, right? This week there's Tuesday. Once you click into the folder, that's when you'll see everything that's due that week. So that's kind of your place. There's 2 other areas on Blackboard. One is discussion boards, and the other is group discussion boards. So you'll see references to those in the assignments, but the links to them are actually on the side, just because we go into those, so you don't always have to go into the folders to get to those. Discussion boards is going to be all class discussion boards. We start with one right away on Tuesday, which is introducing ourselves to each other. So it's always going to be that you'll have a post to the all class discussion board on one day. So you'll we'll read chapter 1 in the book, and then you go and write on the discussion board. Then the next due date, so Thursday or Monday, whatever the next due date is, you're going to go back in and reply to at least 2 of your peers. And with that reply, I want you to make sure that you're paying attention not just to the original poster, but to anybody else that's replied. I also do expect that you're going to keep track of your own post and who's replied to you, and if someone asks you a question or says something interesting, please respond to them. This class is only as interesting as we make it, and so the more discussions we have, the better things are. So that's all class discussion boards. The other I mentioned were group discussion boards. We've got a fairly small class, so I've just divided you into 2 groups, but this is where you're going to be doing peer reviews. So we'll talk more about that next week or later this week even when we get to that. But that's going to be a place for you to submit your assignments to your peers for them to give you some feedback and help each other out. My grades, where you can go to see your grades, and there's also a place for videos. So I will put links to videos as you need them in the assignments folders, but I also kind of just keep them in that one-stop shop place for you as well, just to make it a little easier if you wanted to go back and rewatch something. Okay, so that's our setup for how we can find assignments and where we're submitting things. Again, mostly pretty much just under assignments and then the discussion boards. As far as the types of assignments we're doing, we've got major assignments. So there's a few shorter assignments, especially here at the beginning. We're going to do kind of like a couple quick, just get them done. And then in the middle, we have some longer things. So we will slow it down. I promise. You're going to be like, there's due dates, but we'll slow it down a little bit. And then another shorter one at the end. We also have the discussion boards, as I mentioned. And then the last thing are writing lessons. And there's 5 of them, I believe, kind of spread throughout. I try to actually get them done a little earlier, just because we just want to get them done and then we can use them the rest of the semester. But these are just writing lessons that affect your writing no matter what you're writing. So active voice and simplicity in our writing and tone, right? So just general lessons on writing. make sure you don't ignore these, get them done and really pay attention to them because they will improve your writing in general. Okay, last thing is make sure that you get your book because we do need the book for this class. There will definitely be readings and it's an online class, so the book is essential. It's good, it's helpful, it's got a lot of great examples in it, so be sure to get it. I will, I'm hoping tomorrow, Monday, I will scan in your reading for the first reading so that if anyone doesn't have the book yet this first week, because I know sometimes we don't get it right away, so I'll try my best to put that out there for you. And then, but after that, right, you got to have your book, so order it if you haven't already. Get it from wherever, doesn't matter to me. And also just kind of with that too, as I mentioned, there's a lot of great examples. When you look at the reading and you're like, oh my God, this is like 40 pages, 50, remember that most of that is examples. So, I mean, there's definitely some things to read in there, but they really punctuate it with a lot of examples. So don't be too frightened with the reading. I promise it'll be okay. All right, so time enough for today. We'll talk to you soon, and let's have a good first week. Thanks.